thought I wasn't vegan. It's milk and eggs, bitch.
Hello everybody, it's Ashton from Player One Press Start Gaming. It's the season of love, Valentine's Day is upon us, so hearts, chocolates, overpriced roses, one love and all that bollocks. So in the spirit of public service, today I'm ranking the top 10 romantic films of all time. That's right, I've sacrificed my dignity, my emotional stability and several hours of my life watching people fall in love in ways that would never ever work in real life. This list is based on scientific research and deep emotional analysis. What a load of shite. This is an alternative romantic top 10. Think your Bonnie and Clydes, your Joker and Harlequins, and you get the picture. So, none of your Notebooks, Harry Met Sally's, Love Actually's, and the most romantic story ever told, Billy Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, nowhere on this list. So, grab your snacks, text the person you're pretending not to miss, and let's deep dive into the top 10 best romantic films of all time. First up on this completely professional, highly scientific, definitely not made up list, we've got Her. If your idea of romance is falling in love with your phone, congratulations, this is your Titanic. Her tells the story of Theodore, a loner writer awaiting his impending divorce, who develops feelings for his talking operating system, played by Scarlett Johansson. Her is what happens when modern day dating goes completely wrong and you end up having a Netflix and chill with your Alexa. Sounds dodge, right? Well, it's not. It's a really touching film which explores human anxiety and insecurity and the difficulties with dealing with loneliness. Add this to your date night, people. Okay, so where do I start with this film, The Lobster? I mean, the name alone just screams romance, doesn't it? Nothing says I love you like a crustacean you'd order with garlic butter. First off, I'm gonna say this film is weird, fucking really weird, so bear with me on this one. In a dystopian future, single people are sent to a hotel where they have 45 days to find love. Are you following? If after the 45 days they haven't found said love, they are sent into the woods and turned into a wild animal. Yep, you heard right. As I said, this film is weird. At the hotel, they have daily lectures explaining why being single is dangerous for your health, like it's a public health warning. One woman chokes on food because she has no partner to save her. The moral? Not learn the Heimlich manoeuvre, no, get married or die. It's painfully awkward but oddly hilarious at the same time. Give it a go. Next up on the list is the brutally unhinged Natural Born Killers. You know, if Quentin Tarantino's on script writing duties, you're not going to be getting Shakespearean dialogue. Mickey and Mallory don't go on dates, they go on rampages. Their love language is arson and extreme violence. They're toxic and they're insane and somehow completely devoted to each other. They don't argue, they don't doubt each other, they don't need a "we need to talk." If the Notebook is "I'd die for you," this is "I'd kill for you," repeatedly. What better way to start a romantic movie than watching a guy getting his cock trapped in a zip? Beautiful. And from that moment on, you know this is not going to be your standard flowers and feelings love story. So what's the best way to get the girl of your dreams to fall in love with you? Hire a private investigator to stalk her every move, obviously. For me, this is one of the greatest romantic comedies ever made because it treats romance like a complete accident happening in the middle of escalating chaos. Old ladies on speed, a full WWE match with a tiny dog and spunk for hair gel. For me, the real MVP is Healy. Matt Dillon plays Healy with such unbelievable confidence, such slimy charm, and such absolute stupidity that he steals every single scene he's in. The teeth, the smile, the way he lies, with total conviction. I'm surprised Dillon didn't go on to do further comedic roles after his standout performance in this. We've all been there, right? You meet someone special, you fall hard, sparks fly, there's magic in the air and butterflies in your stomach, and then one day they vanish. No explanation, no goodbye, just silence, like you never existed in their world. Welcome to Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, the movie that takes ghosting to an entirely new level, because why ghost someone you once loved when you can erase them from your memory altogether? In this story, heartbreak isn't just emotional, it's clinical. There's a procedure for it, a service you can book, a quiet, sterile way to delete the person who once meant everything to you. No awkward memories, no late night overthinking, no pain, just a clean slate. But as the memories fade, something unexpected happens. You realise those moments, messy, beautiful, painful and electric, were never the problem. They were proof that you felt something real, that you lived and you loved. What's the best way to get over a breakup? Therapy? Journaling? Long reflective walks? Fuck no. You make a top 5 breakups list, obviously. Then, in true stalker fashion, you track every one of them down to conduct a deeply unnecessary exit interview about why you're such an emotional fuck up, only to leave each conversation feeling about 100 times worse than when you started. High Fidelity follows record shop owner Rob, who's dealing with the apparent love of his life, leaving him and immediately moving in with the calm, zen-like, spiritually moisturised human wind chime played by Tim Robbins. This man walks, talks and breathes like he's sponsored by herbal tea. But the beating heart of this movie is the soundtrack. Not background music, not filler. This soundtrack is basically another character, with every song saying, "Hey Rob, you absolute fucking disaster. Here's a track that perfectly explains how you ruined this relationship." I love Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the heartfelt romantic tale about finding true love. Only after you've kicked the absolute shit out of your girlfriend's 7 evil exes. There is technically a love story in here somewhere, buried deep under a pile of boss battles, pixel explosions, and dialogue so weirdly perfect it feels like the movie was written by a caffeinated comic book. Yes, it's about love, but mostly it's about video game boss fights, absurd one-liners, coins exploding out of people when they die, and a soundtrack that slaps you in the face between punches. My favourite scene involves the hilarious vegan police who revoke a vegan bass player's powers because he doesn't realise gelato isn't vegan. It's milk and eggs, bitch. Then stupidly asks, "Chicken isn't vegan?" Give this movie a watch just for that scene alone. Hilarious. A Life Less Ordinary, the movie that takes Stockholm Syndrome, gives it a Red Bull, and then launches it into the desert. In A Life Less Ordinary, Ewan McGregor gets fired from his janitor job and responds in the calm, rational way we all would, by accidentally kidnapping his boss's daughter. What starts as a simple kidnap and ransom plan immediately derails into a chaotic, sunburnt, low-budget Bonnie and Clyde situation as he and Cameron Diaz realise there's money to be made, so they hit the road arguing, screaming, flirting and improvising crimes like 2 idiots who forgot to read How to Be Criminals manual. It's loud, weird, romantic, ridiculous and somehow charming as hell, like fate grabbed 2 stubborn shit sticks by the collar and yelled, "Just fucking fall in love already." What happens when you murder a pimp, steal his cocaine and his best girl, Alabama? True romance isn't flowers and poetry, it's chaos, loyalty, and being willing to burn the whole fucking world down for each other. This isn't your soppy bollocks love story of boy meets girl and sunsets on the beach. Hang on a minute, isn't the last scene a sunset on the beach? Okay, scratch that. This is two damaged souls colliding at full speed and deciding against all logic and self-preservation. Just a suitcase full of trouble and a love so reckless it borders on suicidal. Because sometimes romance isn't soft. It's a loaded gun, a stolen car, and someone in the passenger seat who'd rather die beside you than live without you. And then there's the Christopher Walken Dennis Hopper scene. Two absolute Hollywood heavyweights sitting at a table doing nothing but talking and somehow turning it into one of the most tense, electrifying moments ever put to film. Job done. Lost in Translation is often called a love story, but it's not about falling in love. It's about recognising yourself in someone you were never supposed to meet. In a city that doesn't speak your language, where everything feels bright and loud and impossibly foreign, two people, Bob and Charlotte, find something quietly familiar in each other. They're different in age, in experience, and where they are in life, and yet they share the same feeling. Disconnection. Not from the world, but from themselves. Their relationship isn't built on romance or desire, it's built on understanding, on the comfort of sitting next to someone who doesn't need you to explain why you feel out of place, who doesn't try to fix you, who just gets it. In the pauses, in the silences, in the looks they exchange across crowded rooms and quiet hotel bars, they don't fall in love. They find relief. Relief in knowing that for a brief moment, in a foreign place, they are no longer alone in how they feel. And that's what makes it so moving, because sometimes the most meaningful connections in our lives are not the ones meant to last, but the ones that arrive exactly when we need to be understood. So there you have it, Lost in Translation at number 1. That was a bit more deep and meaningful than I was expecting, to be honest. Don't worry everyone, normal service will resume shortly. That was my top 10 alternative romance movies. Do you agree with my picks? What did I miss? As always, let me know down in the comments, and a big shout out to the dickheads over at Warner Brothers for returning to business as usual and copyright claiming footage from Natural Born Killers and Her. Absolute knobheads. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, check out my channel and subscribe to Player One Press Start Gaming, where there's no hype, no filter, just real gaming and movies and top 10s, competitions and much, much more. Thanks for watching, and until the next time, see ya.
Ooh, videos and I am